Intermittent fasting is one of the fastest, easiest, and healthiest ways to lose weight and improve your health. Forget the complex fad diets and click the link below for our fasting system to see results yourself. But for now, today's video.
The question, should I limit my carb intake when doing intermittent fasting? For the purpose of weight loss, you should limit your carb intake, at least to an extent. While intermittent fasting does not necessarily advocate or encourage limiting carb intake, it helps when fat/weight loss is your goal. There are many reasons, but to keep it simple, consider these two. Reason 1, limiting carbs allow you to consume more protein without going over your caloric requirement. For individuals who are concerned about the ratio of macronutrients we need to consume throughout the day, below is the recommendation taken from the 2010 Dietary Guidelines for Americans. For carbohydrates, 45 to 65% of calories. Fat, 20 to 35% of calories. Protein, 10 to 35% of calories. For weight loss purposes, it is generally recommended to consume 50% carbs, 15% fat, and 35% protein. As you can see, you are encouraged to consume protein at the higher range and carbs and protein at the lower range. So the primary reason why you would reduce carbs intake is not necessarily because it is evil. There are healthy carbs out there, and it is a macronutrient that is necessary for your body to function, but rather because you need to make room for extra protein. Why is protein necessary? The truth is this: to build or maintain muscle, you have to be in a state of positive nitrogen balance. What is nitrogen balance? Nitrogen balance is a measure of nitrogen consumption minus nitrogen excretion. Lifting weights puts your body into a catabolic state, that is, it breaks down muscle tissue for later rebuild, thus excreting nitrogen. Protein is the only macronutrient that has nitrogen as a constituent inside its chemical makeup. As such, the fundamental way to achieve a state of positive nitrogen balance is to have nitrogen consumption exceed nitrogen excretion, i.e., increase protein intake. Reason 2, limiting carbs help you achieve ketosis. You may have heard of ketogenic diet or ketosis. The keto in a ketogenic diet comes from the fact that it makes the body produce small fuel molecules called ketones. This is an alternative fuel for the body, used when blood sugar, glucose, is in short supply. Ketones are produced if you eat very few carbs, that are quickly broken down into blood sugar. Ketones are produced in the liver, from fat. They are then used as fuel throughout the body, including the brain. The brain is a hungry organ that consumes lots of energy every day, and it can't run on fat directly. It can only run on glucose, or ketones. On a ketogenic diet, your entire body switches its fuel supply to run almost entirely on fat. Insulin levels become very low and fat burning increases dramatically. It becomes easy to access your fat stores to burn them off. This is obviously great if you're trying to lose weight, but there are also other less obvious benefits, like for example less hunger and a steady supply of energy. When the body produces ketones, it's said to be in ketosis. The fastest way to get there is by fasting, not eating anything, but obviously it's not possible to fast forever. A ketogenic diet, on the other hand, can be eaten indefinitely and also results in ketosis. The reason why we talk about ketogenic diet and ketosis is because intermittent fasting essentially try to mimic ketosis at a small scale. After all, intermittent fasting is a minifast with the aim of depleting glycogen and reducing insulin levels, much like the state of ketosis. Keep in mind that ketogenic diet has its own drawbacks. Keto is high in fat, moderate in protein, and very low in carbs. Your nutrient intake under ketogenic diet will be around 70% fats, 25% protein, and 5% carbohydrate. Increasing the protein intake to as high as 30% can also be considered for highly active individuals and athletes, but the very low carb intake may be still too extreme for you. Conclusion. In conclusion, as everybody is different, I cannot recommend which road is the absolute best way for you. We are all built slightly differently, and our fitness and activity levels exert different demands on our bodies. The best thing to do is slowly, as opposed to drastically, reduce your carbs intake during your feeding window. Listen to your body. If you still feel great and you see changes in your body that is in accordance with your goals, you can A. Continue your current nutrition plan, or B. Decrease your carbs intake further. Keep doing this until you feel the change is detrimental to your energy level, the way your body or strength is progressing. In this case, revert back to your previous carb intake level. I hope my answer helps. For more answers, or a full guideline on fasting, check out the links in the description below.